Hey everyone, welcome back to the Little Shop of Hoarders and the PDX Picker channel. My name is Chris. Got some orders that have sold for me on Poshmark and eBay. We're going to pull those, kind of talk about what's been going on in my reseller life the past 5 days. I have been sick, and that's caused some issues. So stick around after the intro song. We'll get into all those interesting stories.
Wanna buy that Farrah Fawcett poster? There's dispensers and a toaster. Don't know why. That kind of stuff you throw away. I'll sell on eBay.
Alright, so I'm going to try and make this video relatively quick and painless for both me and you, because I don't know if you want to hear me talk and croak through a big long video. We have I think 11 orders to pull, so it's going to be a decent volume of sales, but man, the dollar value is not, March is just sucking so far. It just really is. Let's start with a couple of Poshmark orders. We have 3 of those. First one, I picked these up for $4.99. Got 2 of them here. And I've sold these several times before. Variations of these. Most of them are Homco or Sirocco. They're usually stuff from the 70s. And these ones I didn't look very hard. I bought them at Goodwill, $4.99. They were not branded, so I went ahead and just listed them low and took an offer for $15, because at least I'll make some money and get them out the door. Same, not the same with this one. This next one, I was at an estate sale. I wasn't finding a bunch of great things, so I saw this small little Fenton swung vase, and I thought it, with Fenton is kind of hit or miss. Usually it's going to be worth something. And I only paid $3 for it. It's this custard glass swung vase. Sold for $15. It's hand painted and signed on the bottom. And some of these are uranium glass, so they'll glow in the under UV light, but that one wasn't. So not quite as interesting. No, not quite as valuable because of that. So I'll start off by saying real quick, I have been getting quite a few comments in the past asking me to do something about my video or my microphone, because the audio is very tin canny, I guess. And I will just say to that, I have tried multiple different microphones with this and with my camera. They're not cheap, so I appreciate the suggestions. I gotta strike a balance somewhere between trying to get viewers and viewership up, and also not just spending a ton of money on something that there's no return on. So if you guys are really interested, think of the memberships, or or you can give me a super thanks on my video. Think of that super thanks as a microphone fund. So if everyone just contributed $5, I could probably buy about $100 microphone and have much better sounding videos. So give me a super thanks and consider that a microphone donation fund. Anyway, these sold. I picked these up for $5. This is an older pair of Air Jordans. Air Jordan 1 Fat. Low black grays. And there was a tiny condition issue somewhere. Oh, right here. See how that rubbed off? So that hurt the value a little bit, but those still sold for $40 plus shipping on Poshmark, and again paid $5 for them. Got the nice big Air Jordan logo in the back. So pretty cool shoes. I think even though there is that wear mark on here, the buyer should be pretty happy with those. I came down with a really nasty. Started out with a sore throat, head cold last Wednesday. I just sat in bed pretty much all day on Wednesday. Thursday, I had to get a few orders out, so I think I shipped a couple of things. But then the rest of the day I spent in bed. Friday, I tried to do a little bit because I wanted to do a little sourcing, so I went to the church rummage sale. Did find a few things, good things there. So it was the second weekend. They did put out some newer items. I think I only bought 4 things, but they were all pretty good. I think they all, I bought 4 things, spent $20 total. One is a kilt from Stumptown Kilts that will probably sell for $80. Just a couple of other cool things. So I think I can make, I don't know, $160 off that $20. So it's definitely worth the trip. But all of that, even just going to do that took all my energy. So just kind of relaxed and hung out a little bit at home for the rest of the day. And again, over the weekend, I'm getting better, but now it's moved into my chest. Sleeping is not fun. Sleeping at night is not fun. Waking up in the morning is not fun. Having to go through all that process. But anyway, this made me feel a little bit better when I saw this sell. This is a Master Crafter's fireplace. This plugs in, and when it does, there's a light that shows up, makes this look like a fire going. And paid $30 for this from the same person that I sold a Sessions brass eagle clock last week. This one sold for full price, $109 plus shipping. I don't know how often those come up, but they are very collectible clocks. Again, Master Crafters. Looks like an old fireplace. This is from, I think, the 30s, 1930s-ish. Just notice on here there's a little condition issue. I didn't disclose it, but it was in the photos. This andiron right here is a little crooked, so hopefully that doesn't cause an issue. A lot of times those don't work. Either the fireplace doesn't work or the clock itself doesn't work. So I hit the trifecta. No, I hit the jackpot by having both of them work. So that's why it was worth $109. And it sold pretty quickly, like about a month or so. These did not sell very quickly. And I paid $12.99 or $12.49 for these pair of new with tags Wrangler Rancher, WRANCHER pants. Kind of a, I don't know. They're not really jeans, they're not really slacks, but those sold only $25 plus shipping, and it took a while, so had them listed, I think, for $29.99. There's nothing wrong with these pants. I just paid too much for them. That's the moral of the story. So if you can get these for $8 or less, that's definitely worth it. But having to pay $12.50 really kind of hamstrung me with the options. I had to price it higher than I would have liked, so it just took a little bit longer to sell than I would have wanted. Apologize for any sniffles or the like that might come through, but let's do a quick fact or crap. This one was very interesting to me. During John F. Kennedy's 6 years as a congressman, 8 years as a senator, and nearly 3 years as president, he donated his entire salary to charity. So basically his entire public service life, did John F. Kennedy donate his entire salary to charity? I'm going to say crap, because I think we would have heard more about this. Nope, it's fact. So that's pretty impressive. Of course, then they say ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country, the famous quote from John F. Kennedy. But good for him. Obviously, his family came from a lot of wealth, so he had the privilege to be able to do that, but it was still quite impressive. Speaking of politics, this one's obvious. President Richard Nixon was the original Gerber baby, the trademark logo of the Gerber Products Company. Well, I say it's obvious. I think it's crap. It is crap, okay. The Gerber baby was drawn by Dorothy Hope Smith and modeled after Ann Turner Cook. See, I thought, that's why it was obvious to me, because I thought I'd heard it was a female baby, a young girl baby, not Richard Nixon. Silly. Some of those are just dumb. Sold another set of, or another bit of Amway soap. Sold a package of 6 last week or two, and then I sold 2 bars. A set of 6 I sold for $47.90 free shipping, I think. And then these 2 bars on their own, and I have 2 additional bars. These sold for $24.90 free shipping. So, seriously, one of the best smells ever. I just love those, and I think that's maybe why. In addition to that just being higher quality soap, I think that's one of the reasons why people are willing to pay such high price for them, $24.90, free shipping. Sold another pair of Asics. This is my second pair of Asics. Again, for whatever reason, I'm a big shoe seller. I should have known, but it took me a long time to realize Asics, many of them, are very good for resale. Here's a pair of Kayano Gel, I think is the particular model, 28. Asics Gel Kayano 28. Nice bright blue color. At first I looked at these, saw the blue color, and kind of hesitated. But I honestly think these, with runners and running shoes in general, I think some of the brighter colors might sell quicker. So those sold for $37.99. Those sold for $37.99 plus shipping, and I picked them up for $9.99. So not a great, not as good of a return as maybe I would have liked, but they sold pretty quickly. Ideally, if I'm going to spend $10, I want to make 40 or more. That's the math that I have in mind when I do my shoe shopping. This next pair of Converse, I had them in my death pile forever. It's the Shoreline model. It's actually, in my mind, one of the better pairs of low-top Converse All-Stars. I don't really like Converse All-Stars much at all. I don't like most Converse shoes. But these were I think they're a size 5, so really tiny. Picked them up for $2. Took forever to list them. Sent out an offer, and those sold for $14.24 plus shipping. Just wanted to get I wanted to get a quick sale. They sold in 3 weeks or less, so I got exactly what I wanted. I got them out of my inventory, out of my site, and on the way to hopefully a happy buyer. A while back, I had sold this old vintage bottle, 3 bottles of liqueur, like French liqueur, and the bottles themselves were the real reason to buy it, and they were very, very cool, very unique. Sold for like $77. Bought it for just $2. They had some liqueur left in the bottom of it, just a little bit, and it wasn't sealed. It was sealed with a cork. So I tried my best to wrap plastic around it and do everything I could to try and prevent it from leaking. It had already leaked a little bit for me, so anyway, the buyer received it, and of course it leaked, and they were bummed by it, and reached out to me, messaged me, and let me know, and I just asked them, hey, really sorry that this happened. I did everything I could, but obviously it wasn't enough to stop it from leaking. How can I make this better for you? And they said, how about a 25% discount? So I had to give another, whatever that is, $20 off or something, $16. So it cut into the profit a little bit, and that's just kind of how my March is going. Just lots of returns. Had to refund the $375 for the Bona wood oil, including the shipping. I got another return coming here pretty soon. That's going to be like, I think it's $90. It's for one of the modems that I sold. The person said it just doesn't work. Well, I don't know how that's the case, because you plug it in, it turns on. I just don't think they knew how to connect it to their system. They needed to call CenturyLink and tell them what their modem was so that they could connect it that way. I just don't think they did. So anyway, that's going to be another $90 or whatever that I'm going to have to refund, and that's just how March is going. It's just a killer. It's the 10th. I haven't even made $750 yet in sales. I've sold more than that, but just with all the refunds, it's just crushing me. This sold. I used to think these were really, really good sellers. Picked this up for $7.99. It's just a Apple wireless keyboard. I don't think it was that long ago, I swear, where these were insanely fast sellers and for really good money. Now they take much longer to sell. It still sold in about 2 months, but only sold for $34.99 free shipping. So I don't know what happened, but these are not as great as I thought they once were. Still okay. Still made $15, $20 off of it. Basically like $15, $16, but they used to be feel like they just used to be slam dunk winners because you don't come across them too often. At least I don't in the thrift stores, but there's probably just some sort of advance in the technology. There's new models that probably have made that one less intriguing. Sold this Dremel for, bought it for $5. Just a Dremel Multi-Pro Model 275 Type 5. $18.95 plus shipping. So, not too bad. So, not great. I don't know. This also was in my death pile for a long, long time. Took quite some time to list it. And, I don't know. I think it sold relatively quickly. Just not for a ton of money. Not for a ton of money and not for a ton of profit. But the last item of the day, good profit on this one. This is my set of, whoops. This is my set of Woody and whatever her name is. I can't remember off the top of my head. These are the Pull Toys. Hats are in here as well. There are the hats right there. Jessie is her name. And so I decided to lot these together because Jessie doesn't, her Pull Toy voice doesn't sound that great. Woody's sounds really good. Paid $2 for those. Got lucky at a yard sale. And those $1 each basically is what I paid for them. And those sold pretty quickly for $29.99 plus shipping. So these are older, from 2002, and there's I don't know, 8 or 10 different versions, especially of the Woody. Very, very confusing. There's so many different versions. Some are worth way more than others. I don't understand the difference between them. You can kind of go off of the year, but that isn't always helpful. But thankfully, because Jessie was included, I could pinpoint that these were from the Disney store. I think it was. Maybe not, but anyway, that helped me identify exactly when Woody came, so I knew what to price it at. So anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. Thanks to my PDX Posse members. As always, HarleyGal143, thank you so much. And again, if you want to help support my channel, help me buy a new microphone to get some better sound, click that join button, click that super thanks button. It would be much appreciated. But please like this video if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Good luck with your reselling ventures out there. We'll catch you on the next video. Hopefully I'll be healthier and sound less gross. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.